Hi, I'm King 5 meteorologist Rich Marriott, and well, it was a hot one yesterday. We got into the low to mid 90s in a lot of places, but overnight last night we saw our ocean air conditioning start to click on, and those onshore winds starting to bring in the deck of marine clouds, which is going to cool things down as we've been promising. 10 to 20 degrees from where we were yesterday for our high temperatures, and you can see there in Port Angeles a pretty solid deck moving through the strait on into the interior. And you are going to see a little bit of marine cloudiness kind of patchy around both in the North Sound and the South Sound today, but still quite a bit of sunshine getting through. But those temperatures will be a lot more livable than what we saw yesterday. Still seeing plenty of sunshine there in Granite Falls. Also seeing that little bit of smoke haze that we have from the wildfires in the neighborhood. We're going to take a closer look at that in just a minute. But the good news is it continues to stay pretty much up off the ground in terms of the concentration of that wildfire smoke. So we're really not seeing anything in terms of impacts of air quality and once you get any distance away from where the wildfires are actually burning. Take a look at the shot there from our Columbia Tower cam. You can see the low clouds kind of drifting in, and that's that marine air working its way inland as the onshore winds begin to pick up. In fact, by the time we get to this afternoon, we might actually see a couple of sprinkles or very light showers in the convergence zone, primarily Seattle northward. So don't be surprised if you see a couple drops. Won't amount to much, but it'll definitely be out there. Out on the coast, pretty solid cloud deck there out at Westport, and they're going to stay socked in through the day today, and they potentially could see a late day shower as well. But again, quantities out of this very, very weak, just basically lifting that low level moisture a little bit this afternoon, but not enough to really squeeze out very much. Overall, our first alert 7-day forecast, you can see that cooling continues on into Friday, and still looking for a wet day Friday with some significant rain headed our way. And then as we get into the weekend, it gradually dries out. We get back into sunshine and much more comfortable temperatures as we head into next week. Yesterday afternoon, we had very, very red sunsets around western Washington, and the cause of it was actually two different wildfires. We had the Bear Gulch wildfire that's been burning all summer long, still producing quite a bit of smoke. And you see that kind of trailing out towards Puget Sound. But this long plume came down off of Vancouver Island. The winds above about 5,000 to 6,000 feet were coming out of the north yesterday, pushed that down along the coast. And then we also had the Bear Gulch fire. So if you were in Puget Sound looking out towards that sunset last night, you were viewing the sun through a lot of wildfire smoke, and that turned it a pretty brilliant red in a lot of places. And this morning we had enough wildfire smoke around to actually have a red sunrise as well. You can take a look at the model there for the higher levels. This is roughly above about 5,000 to 6,000 feet. We put that in motion. You can see that trailing edge of that smoke plume going out from the Bear Gulch fire. It agrees exactly with what we're seeing in the satellite imagery today. You can see the clouds that we have along the coast, but you can also see that smoke plume extending out over into eastern Washington. But again, at higher elevations and really not impacting the air quality once you get away from the Bear Gulch fire itself. And you can see the low clouds associated with this slowly working their way inland, and that's what we're seeing around much of Puget Sound right now, is that the area of the low clouds pushing in, bringing in that much cooler air that's going to give us what should be a much more normal afternoon today, with those highs only in the mid to upper 70s. Again, not really affecting the air quality at the surface. This is right at the surface. We put the smoke model into motion there. Not really seeing it go very far away from the fire itself. The good news with that is air quality generally good. A couple of stations just barely slip into the moderate range this afternoon, but overall in pretty good shape. And as we head towards tomorrow, bring in more of that clean Pacific air, we're going to be looking for it to stay pretty much the same, with the air quality good, except for in a couple of places just dropping down into the moderate range. If you're headed up to do a little bit of hiking, well, you're going to be looking at some pretty nice weather up in the mountains today, and not as busy there at Paradise up on Mount Rainier as usual. Look for sunshine this afternoon, but take your rain gear. There could be a couple of showers late in the afternoon, but temperatures today much better hiking weather, with those highs mostly in the mid to upper 60s. Overall, in our extended forecast tomorrow, partly sunny, just a few afternoon sprinkles today. We're going to be seeing temperatures mostly in the mid to upper 70s. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, some sun breaks. Look for a chance of showers increasing later in the day, and highs right around 70. A wet day Friday with rain at times, temperatures getting into the upper 60s, and we should get anywhere from maybe half an inch to an inch of rain out of that, which we definitely can use. Decreasing showers and clearing on Saturday, a couple showers left over Sunday. We start off back to work on Monday and Tuesday with sunshine and highs mostly in the mid 70s.